my children, my peeps. I got my peeps with me. I admit, I felt a bit like Dr. Dolittle for a moment, talking to the animals, feeding avocado juice to an anteater, handing carrots to a rhinoceros. It was on a visit to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld in Orlando. This is the way professionals feed giraffes.
There you go.
But I wasn't here just to have a good time and hand out snacks to giraffes. I was primarily here to look at what the park is doing to rescue animals and help ensure their survival in the wild. Does this big beauty, floating on her back enjoying the Florida sunshine in a crystal clear pool, look like a mermaid to you? Having trouble seeing the similarity? What if we added some mermaids to the picture? Now, does that help with the comparison?
Here comes the other one.
Well, there was a time when sailors would occasionally mistake manatees for mermaids. It was probably wishful thinking after too long at sea out of sight of land and females. But with a head and arms like a human on the top half, a big fat tail like a fish on the bottom, the manatee is not like most creatures in the sea. It's an air-breathing marine mammal that cruises both salt and fresh water. It's also a species in trouble, listed as endangered by the federal government. These two sea cows are currently living at SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. They are here as part of SeaWorld's animal rescue program.
On the average, we probably rescue about maybe 20 a year. So far to date this year we have had 12. Last year we actually had 26 rescues.
And do most of them get released back into the wild?
Quite a few of them do. Some it might be a short stay here, some it may be a longer stay here, depending on their injuries and the extent of their injuries.
Bob Wagner, animal care manager at SeaWorld, and his team are usually treating animals that have been hit by watercraft or caught in fishing line or are suffering from cold water stress. By the way, the main diet for these recovering manatees? Lettuce. And lots of it. It looks almost like a Caesar salad is being served to the manatees because they got big heads of romaine lettuce.
Generally they eat about 10% of their body weight, so animals say about 1,000 pounds and might eat, you know,
100
about
pounds.
100 pounds. Yeah, that's about
just lettuce?
Just lettuce.
They eat 100 pounds of lettuce, and with no dressing.
No dressing.
No dressing. We talk about manatees and the challenges to the continued survival of these endangered species on my radio show, National Geographic Weekend. And on the show, I also describe my visit to Weeki Wachee Springs, where I went swimming with manatees and mermaids.
Behold this beauty as our story unfolds.
Just as advertised. Not Disney cartoon characters, but living, breathing, bubble-blowing mermaids.
Serene, tranquil, and peaceful.
Yes, this old roadside attraction that's been around since the 40s built its fame on giving the public an opportunity to watch mermaids frolicking in their underwater world. And sometimes you can even see mermaids and their counterpart, the manatees, swimming together. Tune in to National Geographic Weekend and tune in to adventure.